Let's talk about how I handled this runaway horse situation. So here is the culprit, pony named Rio, who got out of where I had him shut up while I was riding Turtle. So Turtle and I were out in our pasture, just kind of trail riding around, enjoying some nice weather. And you see her look off to the side. And I noticed that the pony, Rio, has escaped from where I had him shut up and is galloping across the pasture. The sound's not turned on, but he was throwing a fuss, snorting and whinnying and just having a grand old time. So, what I wanted to do was walk through how I chose to handle this as the rider and Turtle's behavior as well, so that everyone could see how I handled it. So, first, I wanted to show what equipment I was using because that certainly influences how I explain how I handled it. So, I had her in a rope halter with Makati reins, so no bit in her mouth, and the Makati reins tie underneath her chin. So, when I pull on the reins, it's putting pressure on her poll, nose, and cheeks. Slowing this down to assess easier, I notice and she notices that Rio is coming. So I turn her to the right to face him as he's galloping toward us. Then you'll notice really quickly here, I shorten my left rein. So if you watch it come up right there, I'm shortening my left rein. I am not holding her tight. I'm not pulling back on her face. I'm just shortening the rein so that I can easily turn her into a circle if I need to slow her down. So you'll see in this case, I have my right hand holding the right rein, but much looser than the left rein. And I've been holding my hand down on the right of her withers and kind of scratching and petting. You can kind of see it right there, to reassure her and keep her with me. And then, as she's shown a little bit of interest in following him, I've just pulled on the left rein. She doesn't really push forward so much, so I didn't end up turning her. I didn't want her to feel as though that was a punishment for doing a really good job responding quickly when I did pull back with that rein. So this actually went really well. Turtle did a great job. And here, when she kind of was walking off just a little bit, I was able to get her stopped, and she stood very quietly and was listening to me. And I just kept petting her and telling her she was a good girl. Again, I'm holding the left rein tighter than the right rein because you're really not going to stop a horse that decides to run away from you by pulling back equally on both reins. That really just gives them something to push through. You're much better off using one rein and turning them into a circle. To show her behavior, you can see she turns and faces Rio. Her ears are forward, one ear back toward me as I'm pulling in my left rein. She's watching him, but she's got her ears kind of half on him, half on me. Now she's looking forward toward him as he's turning in a circle back toward the right. She's trying to figure out where he's going and trying to decide whether or not maybe he's running from a threat and she should hurry up and follow him because he knows something she doesn't. But I was able to keep her with me and she did great.